All right, guys, the 122 TM, I did do pretty in detail, in depth, rather, video on this vehicle. Um, it's a good tank. It's just, it has no DPM, so you got to be really careful the way you play it, right? You have some weak spots at the top here. Your lower plate and even this upper plate are not great. You can kind of side scrape in this thing. You can make it work. You can kind of hold down in it, you know. But again, you have some weak spots. You're not a super heavy, right? And that's how you need to play it. You know, you just have to be conservative with it overall. By the way, this is like a Chinese premium medium. And so this thing is, it says assault medium. People basically call this a heavium. I would call it that. You know, it kind of feels like that. It's just, this thing, man, is just giving me so many problems. We played 2 warm-up games in it just now. I got 2 shots off, or penned 2 anyway, both games. The first game was a slaughter going against us. The second game was a slaughter going the other way, and I just didn't even have time to get shots off. So it's like this, you just have to know like where to put the tank, man, and I'm just really bad, I think, at like placing myself on the map with this vehicle and knowing where to like put myself really just to get the best games. And I just really think that's it, man. Like, I just don't know what else to do with this thing. I'm averaging 1860 damage with it. We do have a 60% win rate. And I know you probably can't see that on the screen, but I have 112 battles in this vehicle. And it's just been giving me so many problems, man. Like, for whatever reason, I just cannot get good games in this vehicle. We'll see how it goes in this session. But yeah, guys, 1.99 aiming time, 0.29 dispersion, 1759 DPM. The gun does have 8 degrees of gun depression. It's not bad. The pen on the APCRs is good. The heat is really good so that people can't bully you at higher tiers. 400 damage per shot. So the damage per shot is what you really need to be going for in this tank. Again, the turret armor is really good. Hull armor does get a little weak, but it's still pretty powerful, man, for this thing being a medium, right? Concealment is good, view range is good. Everything on this tank is good. It's not phenomenal. I used to call this tank OP. I don't anymore because the DPM is just so bad. It's atrocious on this thing. If this thing had DPM, it would basically be a heavy. You could probably brawl in it pretty much. But it just doesn't have the DPM to really like dish out a lot of damage. It's better just ridge poking. You know, you ridgeline poke in this thing until you have to use its armor, in my opinion. So that's how I've been playing it. Again, I'm not an expert with this tank. I've been telling you guys it's been giving me all kinds of problems. I just can't seem to get consistent good games in it like I can in some of my other vehicles. And with all that being said, guys, actually quickly, I'll just go over my equipment. I do run this thing with vents in the mobility slot, and then I run V-stab and rammer. By the way, mobility is not great on this thing, but look at it, right? It's got a lot of armor. And then I run vent purge. We do run the rations. I have full brothers in arms, 2 things for repairs. This guy, Frankie Four Fingers, actually has 99% repairs. And then we're running like full concealment, situational awareness, 1 intuition, firefighting, recon, etc. And there's one more thing I wanted to show you guys. It's just the armor profile when angling out on this thing. So we're going to put it at like a 21-degree angle or so. That seems to be like around the best angle. And so enemies are going to basically be seeing something like that, right? And so you can see this spot right here kind of becomes a little bit of an issue. And this is if the enemy tanks that are facing you have about 220 millimeters of pen, right? So you can see like lower plate's kind of okay, but people will start to be able to pen you right in this area, you know, this corner as you're poking out. But it can do it, right? Again, the hatches though, like look at the hatches, man, kind of exposed. And so, but from a distance, and especially if you're like hull down, right? So like if you're hull down and you're poking up, let's just say you're poking up, trying to get that poke like that. So you're like that, like, yeah, man, it's going to be really tough to pen, right? Obviously people can't see the lower plate. You're up on a ridge line, and it's going to be harder to get those shots into the cap. So when you're hull down, like, yeah, dude, this thing is freaking, it's pretty nasty, right? Like, it's very unlikely you're going to be able to pen. Even with the heats, like, you still, like, if the tank is like this, coming up over a ridge line, even with the heats, man, you know, like in this upper plate, like, good luck, you know? So this thing is very powerful hold down and doing like ridgeline pokes. But I have to be honest, I am not an expert in it by any means. But I've just done a lot of research on the forums because this has been one tank that has just given me a lot of issues, man. And I just could, it feels like I could not figure it out, man. I just feel very uncomfortable in this thing, and I swear it's the gun. Like, everyone says the gun is snappy, and I shoot shots with this thing, and I do not ever hit anything with this tank. Like, it just, I don't know, the gun just acts up for me a lot. And trust me, like, it's not the statistics of the gun or anything like that. Like, the statistics of the gun say it's very accurate. I find the T100 LT to be more accurate with 0.4 dispersion. It's just that this thing cannot snap. It's like the dispersion on the move or something is way worse, you know? So, just way worse. So, I think we had a decent intro there, guys. Getting pretty tired, man. I've done a lot of sessions. This looks like a 7, 8, 9 game. I'm going to try and go this direction. I think this is the best play for us. And just see what we find over here. I'm hoping that we don't have to face like the AE phase 1 or something like that. But I'm going to try and play that middle line and put myself like right here so we can kind of help out. Looks like we got a lot of people going west though. I don't like it. But we'll put ourselves here for now. Trying to find a shot into this OO. There it is. And yeah, I played a couple of warm-up games, guys. Honestly, I should have just started recording right away because the games I played were so bad, and I think it would have been informative to show you guys like why it's difficult to play this tank. Because one stomp going one way and then another stomp going the other way, right? Let's see if we can get this guy in the lower plate or something like that. Eats.
I didn't see that coming.
And it's like when you're getting stomped, you don't have enough time to dish out damage. And then when you're doing the stomping, you don't have enough time to dish out the damage because this thing just doesn't have enough DPM, right? So that's where it becomes really, really tricky, man, to play this vehicle. Like, you just got to put yourself in good locations to get damage, and I'm not great with that. I feel like we're going to get outplayed here, and I probably should start running away now while I still have the chance. Jeez. This is what I mean about this thing not being able to snap. We're just going to have to try and fight these guys off as best we can, I think. Okay, get the OHO. I think it's just too late to run away at this point. Okay, that was a decent snap. We kind of snapped that one. But that, you see what I mean? Like, you have to fully aim your shots in this thing, man. Or they just don't, like... That in any other tank, to me, like, bang, like pen, every freaking time, dude. But in this tank, it's just a no. It's a no, man. You know? Okay, get him. I'm not as hull down as I think I am here. Like, way more exposed than I think I am. He's trying to hit those caps. Throw out an F7, man. Like, someone come and help me, please. Gosh, no support, bro. Yeah, I knew he was going to be here. Like, I can't do anything, man. I'm just freaking stuck here.
Nice. Have it, mate.
Does this guy not have a shot from here? I think he'd have a shot at this guy.
That took a proper bounce.
He tried to shoot me with AP. Wild. He does have a shot, so he hit him there. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, we're actually able to hold these guys off. I'm amazed, man.
Solid blow.
LT poking in the right spot. He just got spotted there. He didn't knock the tree, that's why. Gotta knock the tree now. I'm glad we got some help on the Oho, too, so we did okay here. Okay, T95 is down there. Okay, where are you at, LT? There you are.
Call it early retirement.
That could have went so much worse than I thought it was going to, but we blocked 1100. We can thank the T34-100, man. So I was angling on the T34-100, and we're able to stay alive there. Greetings, my man.
Come on, hit 'em like they owe you money.
It's just a bad aim shot by me, man. Should have went like further behind this guy. Let's get some assist for it though. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. There we go. Good. That'll help the mark. GG's, man. 3394 damage. So like, what the heck, man? Like, did we actually play a good game in the 122 TM? Did we actually play a good game in the 122 TM, man? Because that is something different for me. Well, the replays I showed you guys were the actual good games that I've played in it, but okay, that's a really, really good start, guys. I'm amazed. I'm glad I started recording right now. And, you know, not earlier, I guess, but you guys should have seen the earlier games. They were really bad. 2 games. Just 2 games. And good thing we warmed up in the TS54 as well. I wasn't even planning on doing sessions, like I said, in this thing or the TS54, but I just hit record and like I decided I'm going to be doing all my sessions today on Saturday, and Sunday will be like my day off, my full day off. But yeah, man, like, I don't know, we'll see how the rest of the session goes, but the games before each of my sessions, like my actual recorded sessions, were bad, so I won't lie to you guys. I always hate like hand-picking games. Okay, I'm gonna go to this ridgeline and just see like if we can find some easy shots at first. I really, really think, okay, and like when I was on, gosh, I forget the name of the map now, There was a map where I wasn't brawling with this vehicle, and this pretty good player was telling me that I was like trash. And I remember telling you guys this on the video that I recorded. Wait. I remember telling you guys this on the video. Like, some guy was calling me trash, and I told him, like, dude, I don't play mediums. I really think that I actually play this thing the way it's kind of supposed to be played. And that's to, like, ridgeline poke at first, like this. Look for easy shots. Like that. Ridgeline poke at first. Use the gun. Use the damage per shot, because you have 400 alpha, right? So use the gun from a little bit of a distance first, and then when you need to use the armor, you use the armor, but not at first. Like, don't use it from the get-go. I forgot we don't have shots over it there anymore. Okay, let's try and get into this fight a little bit, yeah? Right here. I think these guys are all going to be on the other side, though. Okay, Fury's trying to get involved a little bit over here, though. Let's see if he goes any further. Pilot's here. Can we take this mid, maybe? Yeah, we're going to help this guy right here. I'm going to face hug this guy so that he can't do anything to me. Okay, he's trying to run away from me, though. Good. E25 trying to pen me. We're actually able to spot him, which is good. KV2. Okay, clean up the KV2. That was a really interesting play on his part. I'm actually going to run away from here and just hope these guys don't hit me from this gap. So I think we got a little too aggressive there, guys. Like, I think we did what we had to do there, but that was looking ugly for a moment, right? And that's what I mean. Like, when you have no DPM, just keep backing up into me, guy. You know, like, what are you doing? When you have no DPM, yeah, man, it's just, it's like, it's really, really, really scary getting into fights like that. And you can't turn that fast either, because this thing is just kind of like sluggish. If the E25 wasn't here, I wouldn't be nearly as concerned. Okay, I'm gonna push up again. I just got to stay over in this corner, kind of away from the E25. Should get an easy shot on this Pantera. Nope, there's buildings in the way. Of course, man. Can we kind of poke this like this? I wonder. Smack a shot to Lorraine and kind of turn like this, maybe? Because this building kind of blocks this over here. Sort of, kind of. But these TDs could be like sitting in here too and stuff. There's the Pantera. Turn like this. So like from a distance, man, I'm telling you, the armor is very powerful on this vehicle. But when you get up close, people will pick off your weak spots. That was a snap, but that was a pretty close range snap. Maybe it's just my matchmaking, man, because like all of a sudden this thing is starting to work for me now. Or are we playing it better? I can't tell. I don't know. Okay, T-78 trying to hit me. But like this is easy because these tanks are going to have a tough time penning me. If we were playing like a tier 10 game right now, there's no way I could be playing it like this. I like to try and wiggle this too, like this, sometimes. 703's on the other side of the map. Arta's targeting me. No surprises. I know the T-78 is back here somewhere. So yeah, at being top tier, right? So at tier 8, when you're facing tanks that are tier 6 and 7 and stuff, you can definitely bully people, right? It's very easy to bully people.
Now that's how you bloody do it.
Okay, he's able to hit me in the side there.
Smell that? They've been done in. Tracks blown to bits. Can't move an inch. Tracks are back. Tracks are finally spinning. Let's get the lead out, lads.
Actually, I'm going to go back this way. I don't know if that was the best play, to go after that guy there. Hopefully the E4 can eliminate that. Yeah, that's good. So now it's just already the 703, and we got to worry about the E25. I'm not going to be able to help this guy with the 703, and he's full HP. Yeah, I have 8 HP, man. This is a GG, because Artie just needs to splash. But like overall, except for the last play we made here, because we gave the T25, the other T25, a shot, I think we did well this game. We played it very well. We were bullying people and stuff. Same. But yeah, as soon as I poke, man, we're done for. Because Artie's going to splash me, so... But I think overall we played this game really well. But again, this is a tier 6, 7, 8 game, right? So like this thing becomes a monster when you're facing tanks that are tier 6 and 7 because they can't freaking pen you. So... Dude, why is this guy throwing his tank away?
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm actually not spotted from that. So now, how do we get creative with this? Because I'm going to need heat for the 703 too. I should be able to outspot him. I think. But like he's got full HP. There's just no way I can win that fight. And plus he has Artie with him, so like there's just no way, dude. There's no way I can ever win that fight. If he was like a one shot, maybe, but maybe even a two shot. There he is. I'm trying to get like a freaking... Oh my god, dude. I can't get up here. I'm dead. So I tried. Guys. I was trying to get like up in this corner, but it's not as good as I thought it was. So, but I think we did pretty well. We had 7 kills that game, and like all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this thing is working for me. But again, 6, 7, 8 game, and you know, the situations are just looking pretty good right now. So, but yeah, it was first class, high caliber, Top Gun. I mean, I'm not going to complain at all. I think we played it well. And the replays I showed you guys, like, those were the best games that I've played overall with this vehicle, right? We're just trying to make up for too many bad players, honestly. Like, we had a lot of people just not do much damage at all. But, yeah, like, if I can play this thing like this all the time, goodness gracious, man. Right? But yeah, I was going to say, guys, like, it's just... The games are inconsistent, right? Like, I played 2 really bad games before this, and now I just played 2 really good games. And it's just like, it's just, the tank is just so like up and down. Like, I feel like sometimes I can make it work, and then other games it's like I can't even get 2 shots off before the game is over, right? Going one way or the other. That was a really close game, so we had so much time to do work, right? To go to work. That's what I like to call going to work, basically, right? Like, you're just constantly angling out on enemies, going hold down, taking your shots, taking your time, you know, working into the enemy lines, right? Slowly but surely. But if we have to face like tier 9s and tier 10s, that's where it's going to get tricky. And it was the same thing in the TS54 session. I didn't have to face any higher tiers, right? Which I do often. So it's just weird that we have gotten 3 games where we haven't had to face high tiers yet. And also in the TS54 session, we didn't have to face high tiers. So it's a little strange that we're all of a sudden getting like decent matchmaking, right? So I'm just gonna like sit up here and kind of play TD for a moment until I figure out where everyone's going.
Now that's how you bloody do it.
Okay. Udez kind of making just a really stupid poke there. He doesn't look like a great player. See, that's how long the reload is on this thing. I thought I was reloaded, and I wasn't even reloaded when I went to take that shot. It's just like insane, dude. Good. The by the way, the APCRs on this thing, guys, they have really good shell velocity. So I think that's why people say it can snap. So maybe the shots they take that are actually accurate do well, because the shell velocity is really good. But what is lighting me? There's another even 90 over here. Yeah. So that's the only possible explanation for what just happened. We left it wide open over there, man. I'm just going to run away from here. I'm going to try and sit like right here, though, because I'm not a light, right? Like, I can try and kind of make this work. Maybe. Like, use a little bit of my armor. Stay. This our even needs to stay alive, man. Actually, I should have shots on these guys. I'm gonna come all the way back like this. Because these guys are getting pressed and I can easily have side shots on these guys right now. I just noticed that. So let's clean up the Viper first, I think. I think he's a slightly bigger threat. Okay, we didn't even have to. After all that, I came back and we didn't even have to do that. How? Light tank in over here. I was going to try and get a surprise shot in the VK. I pulled out way too far, but I'm lit here. So, like, how did that happen? LTTB or something like that passing by, maybe? Come back. Let me at least try and help you, my man. Let me at least try and help you. Put him on fire.
Time to sit and watch it burn.
Okay, this is just going to be a brawl. That's what this is going to be, man. Be helpful if we have view range, though. Even's pushing in over here. I'm gonna wait for this guy to poke. I think I can clean him up if he pokes. Will I even spot him, though, is the question. Just gonna ping this guy. I want to see, like, right where he was sitting. So maybe, like, right there or something. He's going to be able to cap out, man, and there's, like, nothing we can do about it, you know? We have to go, though. Like, I have to try and reset the cap. Whatever. It's a good play by the even, but I have to be honest, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Like, I'd bounce, probably like bounce on and off cap, because like I don't want to just sit there and cap out like that, man. Because then everyone's just gonna have a worse score, basically, right? So, but we blocked some that game. This is our first game that actually wasn't great, but like I didn't think we really could have done much else with this game, you know. Like we were just not the good team here, and even made a good play to like cap, and like it's just we're just stuck there. Like there's nothing we can do, right? We just got to wait for this little loser to cap out, right? Which is it's a good play on him, but like that's just how I feel, man. It's just such a loser play to like cap out in that situation. I'd rather just brawl it out, even if I'm the light tank. Like there's situations where you should cap, and honestly he probably should have, but it's just like I hate when people cap out like that when they're still like it's a good 5-on-5. Like just let people brawl it out, man. You know, sucks, but it is what it is. Um, and people end up with worse scores, right? Overall, but I think we did pretty well. We'll play one more, guys, and see how we do. But yeah, that was actually our first like bad game, man. The other games we were playing okay. And now we're going to play against tens. So now we're going to figure out how well this thing performs. I mean, I already know because I've played over 100 battles in it. I've seen tens, but in this session, we're going to see how it does.
Let's give him a right good bashing.
So because this is tier 10, what I'm going to actually do is go to the back over here. And I'm going to try and poke around like J9, J0. That's what I want to do. I want to poke like, there's a bush right in J9. I think it's like right on the edge of J9. Or going into J0. It's actually J0. Yeah. Like right in here, where I poke with my lights. And just kind of sit there and play support. Like right here. We'll just sit here and wait for those easy shots. Because again, this is tier 10 matchmaking. Half of the enemy team is at least a tier higher than me. Their ELC even player is really good. He's got a 10k WTR, which is really freaking good. That's my goal. I'm hoping to get there someday. I've improved dramatically since I've started playing this game and since I started this account too. Because this is actually my second account, but... Our waffle panzer is getting really aggressive. Okay, I'm going to start pushing up. We really outplayed these guys here, man. I didn't even get a chance to, like, get any shots, man. We just literally assaulted the whole top of the map here. Top portion of the map. So I actually want to push in with the even. I'm going to go this far. Because I want to be able to support him here. Okay, he's going really far though. I don't want you to go that far, man. You're biting off more than you can chew, man. Don't do that yet. There's still a TVP and a gorilla that are unlit. So like, what do I want to do here? Do I want to help this guy or what? I think I'm going to go actually. Okay, here's the even. I have support behind me, so it's just a matter of like where the heck is the gorilla and stuff like that, you know. Okay, there's the boar. Help.
We've already lost half. Fix them tracks right up. They went right for the other. Tracks blown to bits. Can't move an inch. Well, that
I
was
shouldn't have pushed that.
humiliating.
It was really dumb to push that, man. I don't know why I pushed that. Especially on the player that's really good like that in the even 90. So we got hit twice by the Borsk, 3 times by the even 90. I don't know why I pushed this, man, by myself. This was really stupid. Because no one else wanted... I thought that if I pushed this far, these guys would have been able to help me, but they couldn't from where I was. So this is just a really stupid push. So we're just going to have to take the L on this one. And like this is, again, like 122 TM, guys, it has no DPM, you know? And so like you will get caught out like this. And this guy was able to pen me with the APs, which it was actually incredible. So like I don't know where he was hitting me, probably just the lower plate or whatever. But like I'm telling you, you cannot like play this thing aggressively at all by yourself, you know? I wish this guy would have done this earlier with me, you know? But yeah, this was a big mistake on my part, and it's going to kill our score. And this is what I keep trying to do. Like, I keep trying to do too much with this tank, man. I used to think this thing was OP. Like, freaking even 90s and shit are penning me. And it's just like, I'm telling you guys, man, like, close up. This thing cannot do this, like, super close up, brawling, angling kind of stuff, man. Where, like, all these tanks are going to have a tough time penning you, bro. Like, you need to just ridgeline poke with this thing and be the second line of defense. Never push into, like, anyone unless it's, like, one tank that you only need to get one shot off of. One shot into, rather. Because you're just going to get literally obliterated. Like, Borisk, even, and I'm dead. You know? So it's just... It's not worth it, man, to push in this thing at all unless you have a lot of support with you. Like, never, ever with this tank push unless you have support. Like, multiple tanks to support you. That's what I'm learning. Like, you just can't do it, man. And it's very possible we might have thrown this game. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I'm hoping we didn't. But we'll just watch the end of this one, and that'll be it. But, like, I don't know, man. I keep playing this tank thinking I can push into people sometimes. You know? And, like, you can't. You can't, man. And I don't care what anyone says. Like, this guy on the one map that was insulting me, how I was playing the vehicle, like, this thing is not, like, a frontline brawler. It's just not, man. It's not a frontline brawler by any means, so... This guy's doing pretty well, though. Got a shot into the gorilla. We're really cutting down their HP quite a bit, so I think we should be okay here. Okay, he gets RD'd. I think it's going to depend on what our E4 is able to do. This even's going to be a big problem, though, because he's a really good player, man. Dude, focus your shot. can't let that guy get away, man. Dude, he's ridiculously good, man. I mean, he's playing this thing exactly how it needs to be played. Yeah. He's gonna end up carrying them, man. Which is really gonna make me mad because then it's gonna be my fault, right? Like if I didn't push, we would have won this game. Easy. Yeah, this is a GG, man. This is a GG for sure. Wow. Well done by the even though, man. Very well deserved win, I think. But if I didn't make this stupid play, man, we should have won this easy. Just waiting for this guy to go down so I can give you guys our final score for today. Because I'd like to add this into it, man. I thought first two games we played really well, though. I really do, guys. I think we played very well the first two games. And so what I have to remind myself is, like, whenever I get into this tank, I have to play it like a sniper medium almost until it gets time where, like, I need to use the armor. Like, I need to use the armor. I'm not going to play it like I have armor. So after 4 battles, we still averaged 2,224 damage, 331 assists. It was a 5,600 WTR, single vehicle WTR, and 10,496 WTR rating overall. I don't think that's awful, guys. 59% win rate we still have. But if I didn't make that mistake at the end there, like, I could just go the other way with it and say, oh, well, this guy should have helped me or that guy should have helped me, but I shouldn't have pushed him by myself. If I had, like, the CS63 or whoever rushed in there at the end, like, if they just rushed in with me, Boar would have unloaded, and we would have been able to clean them up because they have tremendously long reloads, right? So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I can blame other people or I can blame myself. I'd rather just blame myself and say, like, it was stupid to push in by myself, man. Like, you can't rely on teammates at all, and, like, they wouldn't have had shots anyway. So, after everything's said and done, guys, again, play this thing carefully. You cannot push people in this tank, man. It just has no DPM. Even if people are able to pen all the shots into you, you don't have the DPM to be able to, like, you know, survive and back yourself up, right? It's just so bad, man. Like, you have literally like a 14 freaking second reload for 400 alpha. So play the thing carefully, ridgeline poke, guys, stay safe, and then use the armor at the end of the game. Hope that helps you guys with this vehicle. Again, I'm not an expert on it, but that seems to be the way you absolutely have to play this tank. And then someone made a comment about, like, mediums. The best way to play a medium is just to know when you have to kind of flex your role a little bit, like stretch it out a little bit to play more like a TD or play more like a heavy in certain situations. And that's where you're going to be, like, really good in a tank like this, right? Is when you know, like, where you need to play it as a heavy and where you need to play it more like a TD. So that's what I'm still trying to learn, you know? Like I just make all these plays sometimes like I'm a light tank, and if I bite off more than I can chew, I play like I can run away, right? And you just can't run away in something like this. So anyway, that's it, guys. I'm gonna go to bed. We've done a lot of World of Tanks today. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you for the next one. Take care. Bye bye.